Okay, so we're back at this again here. We're going to do some more work on this pick list. I have done this a couple times already, so I'm going to kind of go through the steps I've done again to make sure I do it right, and I'm going to kind of explain what it is that I am doing. So first of all, we're going to go and hop into this order that I want to try to get um, some additional elements onto the XML for. Uh, See if I could find this order. I should have had this keyed up ahead of time, but I didn't. And honestly, there's probably a lot smarter ways for me to go about finding this than doing what I'm currently doing. So the order I've already picked list released. It's going to be, oh, I wonder which one it is. Maybe it's, there we are. This one here. Okay, I'm going to hop into my order line. So one of the things that I want to add in here, this is a rule good that I am doing a cutoff of. Um, the way the system knows that it's a cut versus a balance is through these attribute values. So in this particular order line here, we have got a attribute value of C for cut. So I need to go and pull this C into my XML structure. So just to show you, once again, the XML structure, if I can find MWS 438. Wow, let's try this again here. There, MWS 438EF. Sorry, folks, I'm barely hanging on today. There we are. Okay. So if we go here, view my output. Actually, no, I need to go key it up first of all. Let me go here and print a copy of the pick list just so we could see what that existing one looks like. Uh, I'll start at 133500. Okay, so here we are. Here's the label that it is currently generating, and if we go take a peek at it, we'll see that we have got our information inside here. What I want to do is I want to add another element um, to this line. So, we've got the document header, we've got the subdocument, and then we got the actual pick label lines themselves. Because this is specific to the line, I want to add that rule cut identifier or balance identifier to the line segment. So what I need to do is I need to go into CMS006 and we need to go into the XML structure section open. Um, and we need to link a table into that. If I pop in, did I seriously close? No, I did not. Okay, good. So this is the data where it's at. And if I want to see like, where does this target value actually come from? Well, this comes from um, the MOATTR table. Cool. Okay, so let's go here and we will go to related tables. And I want to, the XML section is going to be section number 30. Is where I want to put this element. And you also have to go and put 30 inside the MOATTR section 30, hit the add button. Now, this part here is asking you for a master table. What do I want my master table to be? This is a really important part here. Right now it's defaulting to MG line, but I want it to be my allocation record, MITALO. Now, why do I want it to be MITALO? Well, it's because I need to pull some additional attributes I need to pull some data from the allocation table in order to go and find the attribute value itself. So we will make my master table MITALO and we will choose next. And you'll see how I figured out to do that. Um, so here we are with MOATTR, and it is showing me the sorting options and the fields that I want to link into. So what I like to do, if I need to go figure out, how I'm going to pull data, I like to go to the Business Engine Data Management and update database, but do not actually update the database. I want to go to MOATTR And here I can kind of go and build a really simple query and figure out which fields I need. So I'm going to go here, add in the field. Of course, we always have to have the company number field. This is going to be equal to 100. I also want to go and link in the order category field. So the order category field, that tells the system, was this a distribution order? Was this the customer order? Was this any other type of order inside of there? But you need to go and specify, okay, where's the order coming from? So we're going to say order category. That's going to be equal to 311, I believe, is the order category. I'm just going to hit add. And now I'm just going to hit OK. And we're going to see that we've got all these records here now. And I can now begin to drill down even further. So looking at the order attribute table, we can see that we've got some other fields here for order number, order line. The order number is RIDN. So we will go here and add in order number is equal to, and in this case, my order number is right here. So I want to copy that and we will paste that in right there. And so if I choose OK, we're going to say that, hey, I'm down to just these 4 records, getting closer. But I also want to go here and link in my order line. So we will also go here and bring in order line. In this case, my order line number is 10. The other attribute that you're always going to want to also go bring into, or the other search value, is going to be the line suffix, 0 in this case here. And so we've got order number, order line, line suffix. If we were to go here and take a peek at the existing XML output, we can see that we have got MQRIDN, MQRIDL, MQRIDX. So we have got the order number, order line, order suffix is already being pulled in from this MQ table. The MQ table is that MITALO table. Let's come back here. Now, the other attribute that we're going to want to bring in here is the actual attribute ID, because now we want to narrow it down to just this RL cut val one. Here is one way to do it. There might be other ways to do it, but here's how I'm doing it. I'm going to say, give me just RL cut val. Okay. And now we're right down to the one record I'm looking for. And the column that I want, I believe, is going to be this target value. I'm just going to look and see what else we have here. Target value, which is AHATAV. Okay, cool. So I need to find a key field that lets me specify category, number, line, suffix, attribute ID. Now, pretty sure that don't exist here. And we can go here. So on the sorting option, to see what other options that we have, we can go to browse. And we can see very unhelpfully that we got those options there. So let's go here to work with. And now we can see all the different indexes that we currently have here. So index 0 is number ID sequence. So we're looking for, okay, order category, order line. So that's the 3 ones there. RIDI. Ooh. AHRIDI. What the heck is AHRIDI? AHRIDI. Well, let's nope, that's not it. AHRIDI. Just looking to see if this AHRIDI we could use to identify this roll cut balance one. Actually, we could also do it too. Go to metadata publisher, find the MOATTR table, And what was that? So what I'm looking at here is this shows us all the columns available inside the table and the indexes. If I were to go back to this one here, we got category, order number, line number, suffix ID, AHRIDI. Let's see what AHRIDI actually is. Oh, delivery number. I don't like that. I don't care about the delivery number. AHATNR. AHATNR. I guess we do it the easy way and type it in here. Attribute number. Well, that maybe might be one that we could use. Nope, definitely can't use that. Okay, so I think we need to make our own index, which luckily we can do. So we got table MOATTR sequence or sort number is 00. If we field help here, we can see that system-defined IDs are 0 through 99. We could also have user-defined indexes, U1 through U9, V1 through V9, X1 through X9. I'm going to make a U1 user-defined sorting option. Here, I'm going to call this BWL sort option. I don't know. Hey, let's do this. The key fields that I want to do is going to be that AH, obviously. I want my order category as one of the fields. I think company number is just automatically there, so you don't need to worry about specifying company number. So I want order category. Then I also want the order line, and I believe that's AHR. Yeah, so we got order number, AHRIDN for order number. Now I want AHRIDL for order line. And then I want AHR. We want that line suffix. Okay. And then kind of looking back at here, we had order category, order number, order line suffix, and attribute ID. Okay, line suffix and then attribute ID, which is AHATID. Okay, so I've added in the 5 fields that I want. I'm going to choose next. So it does do this. Let me show you what it does here. So we've added it. It's a status 10. That's fine. It did add in automatically the attribute number and the sequence number attribute value. That's fine. We didn't specify it, but these are the keys it needs to, identify a unique record in the database table. We will take care of these fields in a second here. So next thing that I want to do, this table is at status 10. We need to activate this index. We go to related and we go to activate. And then we hit the refresh button. So it went to 15. So it's being activated. It's building the search index across that table. We'll kind of refresh and wait for this thing to go to status 20. There we are, status 20. It's good to use. Let us select this. Okay. And so now we got sorting option U1. I'm going to hit the next button here. Sorting option has been changed. Great. So now it's bringing in those values that we added here. Okay, so now we need to go specify a value for order category. For now, I am going to cheat. I'm going to hard code it to 311 because that is what we saw inside of the MOATTR table. This value is going to change, though, if it is a distribution order. So right now I'm using a customer order. It's doing 311. A distribution order would be 511, I think. So we'll take care of that later on. So for now, we will hard code this to 311. It's already gone and automatically mapped up the order number, line number, and suffix coming from that MITALO table. The attribute ID, we want to bring an RL cutval. And now here, the attribute number and sequence number. If I were just to hit next right here, it's going to be like, you can't do that. And so we need to go and set an option for this. We could just set these options to be first record. Um, if we choose any of like the first record or last record, and it even tells you to help here, then that means that any subsequent key field afterwards must also be set like that. And it even says it here. If you select, where is it here now? If you select alternatives 3, 4, 8, or 9, all subsequent key fields must have the same read option. So we're just saying, you know something, find me the records that match up with these parameters. And then for these other parameters, just grab me the first available record. So we're only going to grab one record, RL cut val. In this case here, we are only going to have one attribute of RL cut val for this order. So fantastic. Hit next. It accepts it. We're going to go right past this filter group expressions. Don't need that. Next. And now what fields do we add to the field group? So what fields do we want to make available to use in the XML? So let's go here and click there. And we want that target value, ATAV. So we will choose select there. And that is that. We will choose next. Okay, so we have now gone and linked in this table to the XML. What we need to do now, though, is include this element in the output. So we want this to be inside of section 30. So we put section 30 is where we want it to be. Now for the element sequence number, 1 through 4,000 is reserved for predefined elements. 4,000 through 6,998 is for standard XML structures and blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, we could play with the 7,001 to 9,998. So I'm going to go here and do me a 7,001, and I'm going to hit the add button. And so this is going to go and stick a new custom section right after this 18. So we will hit the plus button. The field I want to output, so it's going to be a text element. Source of data is coming from field. We could do a specific value, or we could say it's going to be coming from the ATA. Yeah, target value right there. Perfect. And then we choose next. There's some other options we can set. We're not going to worry about that too much. We will hit next here. And next all the way through that. So what it did is it made, I'm going to actually go back here one. So it created a start element with a description of custom. It created a text element with a value of AHATAV, and then we've got the ending element. Honestly, we'll probably end up changing this ending element to being something different. So for example, I'm going to try this right now. Let's say I only want to use up 20 of my positions. 20 of my positions. Let me see if I can do this. 30, 70, 19. We're going to make you an end element, and next, and next, and next. And now we got two end elements. Now I should be able to go and delete that end element. Nope, I cannot. Interesting. Okay, anyhow, we will play with that later on. That is probably totally fine, to be honest with you. If you want to change your view here, you could go here and change how it's. Nope, never mind. Printer file, XML structure, XML section. Wow, geez, that kind of sucks. Anyhow, XML section 30, that's all there. In theory, this should work. Let's go here and print a copy. And we come back over here and we do a refresh. And there is the output that we just did. And if we view the output, if we're really, really, really lucky, hey, look at that. So now we've gone and brought in that value into the XML, which can now be used inside of the IDM system. So I'm going to call her quits right here. And we'll move on to part 3 when I figure out what part 3 is going to be. This is not like an end solution because we still do have that little nasty hack where we did go and specify. We hard coded that search value to be 311. What we need to do is actually pull this. We need to go figure, okay, is this a distribution order or is this a customer order? And then based on that determination, go fill that field in there. So we will figure that one out here next time.